Across America's heartland, farmers in the crucial spring planting season already fear a fall harvest in the red, potentially losing money thanks in part to a war thousands of miles away.
I'm not a very political person, but everything affects our prices, it seems like, in one way or another.
You're not a very political person, but politics is impacting.
Oh, definitely.
You.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fourth-generation corn and soybean farmer Rod Bushmeyer's family has worked this rural Illinois land for more than a century. Rising input costs have long been a fact of life. Bushmeyer says his costs for things like seeds, machinery, and fuel were up 40% in the 5 years after the pandemic. Now, another 30% in just the last year.
This is the machine that spreads the fertilizer.
Yeah, in the last month, since the U.S. and Israel started bombing Iran and the crucial shipping artery that is the Strait of Hormuz all but closed, fertilizer and diesel fuel prices soaring. A lot of farmers buy fertilizer bit by bit. Rod only secured 60% before prices jumped. He'll need to buy the rest in the next couple months.
That higher price has to hurt.
It does.
Even amid the ceasefire, fertilizer prices are still sky high. Rod says his local dealer is warning him even if the strait reopens, it could take months for the market to stabilize.
A lot of the damage is already done.
Right.
The going rate for the crops they're selling can also feel a bit like a roller coaster. And now Rod's son Bryce says there's another factor.
You see President Trump post a tweet about meeting with a foreign leader, and it makes the market jump 50 cents, could be up or down. So it seems so emotional.
For most Americans, when headlines about farmers fielding higher prices emerge, one question comes to mind. What about the cost of food? Do you see this having an impact?
Absolutely. It's going to affect things.
Pam Polyak's Wisconsin-based company represents another layer in America's food infrastructure. Trucking. Over the last month plus, fueling her 30 trucks has cost her an extra $5,000 per week.
The money's coming from somewhere. Unfortunately, the shippers aren't going to want to eat it, and trucking companies can't afford to absorb it. It's just that simple.
To be clear, the latest inflation report for March shows food prices rose 2.7% over the last year. That's far lower than the post-pandemic spike we saw. But with energy prices up almost 11% from last year and gas up even more, there's growing concern the consumer will eat the cost. Back on the farm, Rod's working alongside his granddaughter, Reese. He hopes the sixth generation to take charge here. But he says this family farm lost money last year, with tariffs contributing to those higher input costs.
You're looking at this year, potentially the same thing happening.
Yeah, you can only do that so many years.
Global uncertainty striking American soil.
And Maggie Vespa joins us now. You know, Maggie, I think that all of us pull up to the gas station, we immediately see the cost of this war. But what you're outlining here is how farmers and truckers, in many ways, are the canary in the coal mine situation, right? They're the first ones to have to pay for higher prices. They can't just hold on to those higher prices, right? That pain ripples through the economy. You talked to Rod again today. Does he see this getting any better anytime soon?
Ryan, he really doesn't. That canary in the coal mine metaphor is perfect. And his point was like, look, hypothetically, indulge this hypothetical, okay? The Strait of Hormuz opens back up today and shipping gets back to normal immediately. Both he and his local fertilizer dealer in Southern Illinois, so two guys who spent decades in this industry, they say even if that happens, it likely would take months for the market to normalize and prices to get back to their pre-war levels. And as we know, as you've covered today, that is nowhere close to reality. Ryan.
Maggie Vespa, thanks for opening our eyes to this growing issue. We appreciate it.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.